At the outset, friends, at the outset let me welcome all of you to this program on financial acumen and taxes. Now, I'm sure you must be wondering as to what is that we are going to cover in financial taxes, financial acumen and taxes. So we are going to cover, friends, lot of things. Over next 4 days, we will be meeting every day at 2 o'clock for next 3 more days, and we are going to cover various aspects of finance. And I would like to compliment all of you for being part of this training program, because we all understand that regular training is an absolute must for sustained growth and continuously improved performance in business as well as in personal life. So हम सभी को मालूम है कि we all want to grow. Everyone on this earth, without an exception, wants to grow in his life. And this is a universal truth that if we have to grow, what we need to do, we, hello, am I audible, Neeraj?
Yeah, you're audible. I think some
Yes, sir.
so we have done it.
Okay,
Corrected now.
okay, good. So it's a universal.
You are audible.
Thank you, Neeraj. It's a universal truth that all of us want to grow in life without any exception. And for growth, continuous training is absolutely must. And let me start this program with a small anecdote to highlight as to how training is important for every one of us continuously. Once upon a time, long time ago, in a small village of India, there was this gentleman who was very strongly built, 7 feet tall, strongly built, unfortunately not qualified, no qualification at all, no skill at all, and therefore he was not able to get any job for himself. One day he got frustrated. He said, "This place is not for me. I'm going to leave this place." And he started walking towards the forest. And वो चलते गए, चलता गया, चलता गया, चलता गया, चलता गया. कुछ समय के बाद, after a while, he came across a place where he saw in that forest some people were chopping trees. Now, incidentally, I am just narrating this anecdote as an example to highlight the importance of training. But chopping trees is bad. We should plant more trees, not cut more trees. So he saw that few people were chopping trees. तो उसको लगा कि शायद this is the place where he can get a job. So this man goes and meets the contractor out there and asks him, "Sir, can you give me a job?" Contractor looked at him and he saw this man 7 feet tall, very strongly built. तो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर ने अपने मन में सोचा कि अगर ये आदमी मेरे लिए काम करे तो ये इतने पेड़ काटेगा कि मेरा ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट, नेट प्रॉफिट सब एक ही दिन में जंप करेगा. तो ही सेड, "ओके, आई कैन गिव यू अ जॉब. व्हाट कैन यू डू? कैन यू कट ट्रीज?" And the gentleman said, "Yes, sir, I can cut trees." So the contractor gave him the axe and asked this man to go to the forest and start chopping trees. वो आदमी जंगल में गया और पहले ही दिन उसने 100 पेड़ काट डाले. The contractor was very happy because no one ever in the past had cut more than 50 trees. And here was a man who on the very first day cut 100 trees. So the contractor was very happy. The second day, the man goes to the forest and he cuts only 70 trees. So when the contractor came to know of this, he was little disappointed. But he said, "All right, 70 is also not a bad number. In any case, it is much higher than what anyone has ever done in the past, that is 50. So he said, "Okay, 70 is a good number." He said, "All right." Third day, the man goes to the forest and he cuts only 40 trees. Now the contractor was furious and he called him. He said, "What's wrong with you? You are just on the third day. Looks like you have already stopped working. Just to impress me, on the first day you chopped 100 trees and today you are cutting only 40 trees. What's wrong with you? Have you stopped working?" तो आदमी ने बड़े दुख भरे भाव से कहा, "नहीं सर, मैंने काम करना बंद नहीं किया है, बल्कि आज तो मैंने और ज़्यादा काम किया. First day when I came, I cut trees only for 8 hours, and in 8 hours I could chop 100 trees. And today, to give you the same output, I worked for 16 hours, but I don't know. Despite working for 16 hours, I could only cut 40 trees. सर मैंने काम करना बंद नहीं किया है, बल्कि मैं और ज़्यादा मेहनत कर रहा हूँ. Now the contractor understood, and he asked him, "Where is your axe?" So the man went out, brought out the axe, and gave it to the contractor. Contractor looked at the edge of the axe and asked him, "When did you sharpen it?" And the man replied, "Sir, sharpen it? What is that?" And in any case, I did not have time to do anything other than cutting the trees. And friends, this is what exactly happens in the life of many of us. We tend to become so engrossed, we tend to become so busy in doing the things that we are good at, that we forget that we should also from time to time sharpen our axe. Sharpen our axe so as to get the cutting edge. And that's the reason, friends, I wish to compliment and congratulate all of you to be part of this program. In this program, friends, it's going to be my endeavor that you, at the end of the session, you should really feel, thank God I attended this program. It was truly a wonderful opportunity for sharpening our axe. We will understand, and I am sure, friends, all of you, by experience now will know for sure that in today's world doesn't really matter which function do you come from. You may come from any function. You may come from purchase, marketing, accounts, finance, IT, HR, project, international trade, L&D, research and development. Doesn't really matter as to what function do you come from. In today's world, I'm sure it must be the experience of everyone that understanding of finance is an absolute must, And I can tell you, friends, at the outset that contrary to the popular myth, generally लोग सोचते हैं कि फाइनेंस इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड. एंड लेट मी टेल यू एट दिस पॉइंट इन टाइम, फ्रेंड्स, अगर इस दुनिया में सबसे आसान कोई चीज़ है सीखने के लिए तो वो फाइनेंस है. क्यों? पैसे की भाषा है, सबको समझती है, पढ़े को भी समझती है और अनपढ़ को तो बल्कि और भी ज़्यादा अच्छी तरह से समझती है. And the classic example that I can quote you is the best of the finance people that ever existed on this earth or are existing today had no formal qualification in finance to become a finance wizard. Dhirubhai Ambani, we all know, was not a chartered accountant, was not an MBA in finance, was not a CPA. And same is the case with Bill Gates. Bill Gates, we all know, is a college dropout. No formal qualification, no formal education for learning finance. Dhirubhai Ambani never went to IIM Ahmedabad or any other institute for that matter. Of course, Dhirubhai Ambani went to IIM Ahmedabad not for taking degree, but for giving degrees. And that is what we need to bear, that to be good in finance, we have to be absolutely clear that we do not need any formal qualification. We do not need any formal education to be good in finance. Why? Because finance में कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो हमको समझने की हैं, और अगर हम वो चीज़ों को समझ लें, then our journey in becoming a true financial wizard, our journey in being able to use the knowledge and understanding of finance in our life will become very easy. And with this background, let me share with you the program objectives. And before I share the program objectives, I would like to mention, friends, two things here. I am aware that all of you are very busy, and for all of you to spare 4 days for a program like this may be a challenge. And another challenge that we have, that we are not face to face, we are in the virtual world. So I would like to make two rules here. Number one, that now that we are in this program, I would urge all of you to be totally with me for next 4 days when we conduct this program. And that's rule number one. Rule number two, anytime if you have any doubt, any question on whatever we are discussing, please do not hesitate. Please do not hesitate. Hold me, stop me, interrupt me. Ask your question, ask your doubt, ask your query, and I would ensure that I answer your question, your query, your doubt first to your satisfaction, and then we go to the next topic. Why? Because the objective of this program is not to just do a session and tick mark it. No, the objective of this session is that at the end of 4th day or even before, you must have a sense of satisfaction. Thank God that this program has been organized. thank God that I have attended this program. So these are the two expectations I have from you. Number one, be with me totally, and number two, ask your questions, ask your doubt. आई वुड से दैट हम लोग सेकेंड डे पे हैं और आपको अचानक से फर्स्ट डे में हमने कुछ डिस्कस किया, वो उसके ऊपर आपको डाउट आया. Perfectly fine with me. You can interrupt me. You can ask me something that we discussed yesterday or day for yesterday, and I would be very happy to answer your question then and there only. So these are the rules, friends, that I would like all of you to follow. We will have this session starting on all days at 2 o'clock, and somewhere in between about 3:30, 3:45, we will take a break of 5-10 minutes, a comfort break, and we will go on in any case till 5:30, and maybe it might stretch a little more, because sometimes when the interactions are good, the duration of the program is naturally extended. So I would request all of you to please keep some margin even beyond 5:30, so that we are able to have a comprehensive understanding of all the topics that we are discussing. एंड मैं आपको यहाँ बता दूं फ्रेंड्स कि जैसे मैंने पहले कहा, फाइनेंस बहुत आसान है, बहुत सिंपल है, और आप सभी महसूस करेंगे जब हम ये प्रोग्राम को आगे बढ़ेंगे तो आपको लगेगा हाँ वाकई में फाइनेंस इज़ वेरी इजी. And that is what I can tell you, not theoretically, that is what I can tell you based on my experience of teaching and training for last almost 20 years. For 2 decades I've been teaching. I have delivered training programs in Americas, Europe, Russia, Asia, Middle East, Africa, all over the world. And I am telling you this based on the feedback that I have received from people all across the globe. सब लोग प्रोग्राम के बाद में बोलते हैं कि सर हमको लगता था कि फाइनेंस बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, लेकिन आपका प्रोग्राम अटेंड करने के बाद मालूम पड़ा कि फाइनेंस में डिफिकल्ट जैसा कुछ है ही नहीं. And this is what is definitely going to happen. So what is the program objective? Number one, roughly about, we all know this, roughly about 85% cost of our vehicles comprises of parts that we procure from our suppliers. So we can understand, if 85% of the cost of the vehicle that we produce is coming from the supplies of components and parts from the suppliers, and therefore our focus on the supplier becomes very, very important. Continuous follow-up, continuous financial risk and stability analysis for suppliers is of high importance for us. क्यों? क्योंकि हम suppliers को payment कई बार देते हैं so as to facilitate production of the components that we want from them. Sometimes we give our tools, jigs and fixtures, and more than that, we depend on continuous supply, regular supply of components from our suppliers, and therefore their financial ability, stability, their financial ability, their operations, their regularity is of a crucial importance for every one of us, for our operations. And therefore we need to understand as to how to do the stability analysis, how to find out कि with my supplier everything is okay. How do we ensure ourselves कि मेरे supplier के साथ में जो हो रहा है उसके basis पर I am confident that this supplier would be a long-term supplier with me for all the times to come. What are the risks our vendors are carrying? What are their risks? And how are they improving their business? Our suppliers' improvement has a direct and positive impact on our operations, and that is our operations will also have an improvement. So how to find that out कि मेरे suppliers की क्या risks हैं, and how to find out that my supplier is improving his performance? That is what we need to understand, and that is the objective of this program. Are they diverting funds? So many times, and this is the experience all over the globe. Many times, some suppliers do tend to divert the funds from the business for something else, and this way they not only weaken their own business, but they also create problems for their customer. So how do we really find out? Is it really possible for us to find out that our suppliers are diverting funds? And if they are diverting funds, how to find it out? And that is what we're going to understand from this program. Another friends thing that we need to focus on is, are our vendors depositing GST collected from us and filing the GST returns regularly? हमारे जो suppliers हैं, they raise invoice on us, and when they raise invoice on us, they charge GST. So when we make payment to the supplier, not only we are making payment for the supplies of the components and parts that they have supplied to us, but we also pay GST on the supplies, and we are entitled to get GST credit or ITC credit for these payments only when the supplier pays the amount of GST with the government authorities only when he files the returns regularly. So it becomes important for us to ensure that our suppliers pay the GST to the government and also file the returns, because then only we would be able to get the credit of the GST that we have paid. So that is what also, friends, we are going to look at. And here I would request all of you that this topic of GST we are going to cover on the 4th day. So in case if you would like to convey to me any specific query or doubt that you may have, which you are experiencing practically in your day-to-day functioning as far as the GST is concerned, please do share your such queries, and it would be my endeavor to cover them appropriately, so that these replies that I give to your queries are really serving your purpose. And that is what I would very strongly recommend. You can please post all your queries in this respect. So the prime objective of this program, friends, is to empower the participants with the requisite knowledge and understanding of finance, such that they are able to have a better handle and awareness of the financial performance and position of their vendors, as well as gain a cutting edge in managing their other day-to-day activities and finance. So ये जो 4 दिन में हम सीखेंगे, friends, that should help us not only having a better handle and control on the financial performance and the financial position of our vendors, बट साथ साथ ये जो नॉलेज हम एक्वायर करेंगे, दिस नॉलेज शुड हेल्प अस इन मैनी वेज in handling our day-to-day other functions as well. Become aware of basics of GST regime so as to facilitate timely credit of Tata Motors ITC credit. And this program, friends, finally should also help the participants, should also help all of us in sharpening our axe of finance to use it effectively in their day-to-day personal and professional life. So ये जो हम सीखेंगे, this should not only help us in our professional life, but this knowledge, because finance is finance. Please remember, finance does not vary from the personal finance and the professional finance. Finance is ultimately finance. So what is applicable to a company is also applicable to an individual. So what the wisdom of finance which are applicable to a company are also applicable to individuals. And therefore इस प्रोग्राम से जो कुछ भी हम सीखेंगे, it is also going to be useful for every one of us in our personal life as well, in improving our personal finances. What are we going to cover? I am sure this question must be there in your mind. So what are we going to cover? So we would start, the whole program is divided into 4 sessions. And today, as you can see on the screen, we would cover importance of good understanding of financial acumen. क्यों जरूरी है to have a good financial acumen for every one of us. That is what we will understand. And in this we will understand what is purpose of business and how business empires are built. We would also look at today, friends, profit and loss statement, and it is going to be my endeavor in this session that as far as the profit and loss is concerned, you become familiar with all the terms which are used in the domain of finance. So you should be able to understand what is COGS, what is gross profit, what is SG&A, what is EBITDA, what is EBIT, what is operating profit, what is EAT, and what is EPS. Okay, so when I'm talking to you, maybe for some of you it might sound like French or German. It is not at all, and I'm sure this is what you would realize when we go about it. And in this program, friends, we will be discussing many of these things as a group activity also. And for that, we would create the groups, and all of you would be divided appropriately in different groups. So the same group which is created once will be applicable for all the 4 days. So whenever we do any group activity, you would be joining that particular group, for which you will receive a necessary link. So that is what we would understand. And on day 2, we would look at the balance sheet. And in balance sheet, we will understand each and every aspect of balance sheet. जितने सारे assets हैं, different assets are there, different liabilities are there. What are those assets and liabilities are, and what are their significance for the business? That is what we will understand in very clear terms. We will understand what is capital employed, and we will also understand what is investment. Then we would focus on day 2, after the balance sheet, on working capital management. Friends, in brief, at this point in time, I can share it with you. This is the global research. This is the global experience. All over the world, whenever a company sinks, whenever a company closes, the reason behind, 90% of the times, the reason behind for the closure of a company is bad working capital management. So we will understand as to what is working capital management in the first place. What is working capital capital operating cycle, and how to improve the efficient management of working capital. With the help of a case study, we will also understand how a company can improve its profitability by tightening the working capital management, and not only improve the profitability but also improve the cash availability by tightening the working capital management. And that is what we will understand on day 2. Day 3, friends, our focus is going to be on cash flow statement and also financial analysis. So in case of cash flow statement, friends, I'm sure all of you would be aware. In any case, P&L is important, no doubt about it. Balance sheet is important, no doubt about it. But more than that, what is important for any business is the cash flow statement or cash flow management. So if a person, if the CEO or the owner or the board of directors or the managing director or the CFO, if they are able to have a good control on the cash flow management of a business, virtually they will have a fantastic control on the entire business. Why? Because cash is the lifeline of a business. So this is what we will understand it as to what is the meaning of cash flow management and how to implement effective and efficient cash flow management. What are the cardinal principles of the cash flow management? That is what we will understand. And on day 3, then we would look at the financial analysis. तो अभी जैसा मैंने पहले बताया कि हमारे जितने भी वेंडर्स हैं, सप्लायर्स हैं, उनके ऑपरेशंस में हमारी कंपनी का बहुत बड़ा स्टेक है. So a lot of our performance is directly linked with the performance of our suppliers. If our suppliers fail, then it is definitely going to impact our own operations as well. So how to ensure that we are able to keep a continuous track by using the numbers, by using financial analysis, by using the P&L and the balance sheet of our suppliers. How can we figure it out कि भाई ये vendor जो मेरा है, ये जो मेरा supplier है, everything is fine with him, there is nothing to worry about, or something is wrong with this, something needs to be done immediately, or this supplier is definitely going to become bankrupt. So how to figure that out, that is what we will understand on day 3 as part of the financial analysis. As part of the financial analysis, friends, we will also understand, I am sure आप सभी ने कितने ही बार आपके जो कंपनी की इंटरनल मीटिंग्स होती होंगी और जो भी आपको from the corporate office or from the CEO's office or from the board of directors, many times you must be getting a lot of group meetings, and you would time and again hear people talking in terms of the return on capital employed and people talking about return on investment. What is the return on capital employed? What is the return on investment? What is the significance of return on capital employed for every one of us and for the business as a whole? What is the importance of return on investment for every one of us in our operations and also for the business as a whole? That is what we will understand. और मैं आपको ये भी बता दूं कि many a times people have a misunderstanding or people have a confusion कि ये ROCE, return on capital employed, और ROI are the same or they are different. And they of course are definitely different. How they are different, that is what we will understand on day 3. And on day 4, friends, we will look at the fund flow management. And please remember, किसी भी बिजनेस के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है कि उनका फंड फ्लो मैनेजमेंट बहुत पावरफुल होना चाहिए, बहुत स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए. कहने का क्या मतलब है? कहने का ये मतलब है कि कोई भी बिजनेस दुनिया में जब शुरू करते हैं तो उसका ऑब्जेक्टिव स्टैग्नेशन नहीं होता है, उसका ऑब्जेक्टिव स्टैटिक नहीं होता है, उसका ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है एनीबडी हु स्टार्ट्स बिजनेस एनीवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड, द ऑब्जेक्टिव इज हाउ टू ग्रो. And if a business has to grow, then the business has to ensure that its fund flow management is very strong, very powerful, very systematic, very authentic, very efficient, very effective. So how to find out, how to ensure that the fund flow management, what is fund flow management in the first place? We will understand what are the different sources of funds in a business, what are the different uses of the funds. That is what we will understand. And finally we will understand कि किस तरह से कंपनी का फंड फ्लो मैनेजमेंट होना चाहिए so that the company is having a sustained growth, company is having a long life, and that is what we will understand. And we will also understand then on day 4, cost concepts and marginal costing. I am sure, friends, many of you would be using marginal costing for the purpose of pricing, or for the purpose of costing, or for the purpose of profitability planning, or for the purpose of contributing towards the organizational budget. तो आप में से जरूर कोई ना कोई, और मेरे ख्याल से सभी लोग मार्जिनल कॉस्टिंग को इस्तेमाल करते होंगे. सो वी विल अंडरस्टैंड डिफरेंट कॉस्ट कंसेप्ट्स of cost concepts, and also understand what is marginal costing. And we would also look at something which is known as operating leverage. So I'm sure if I ask you a question, is it possible to increase profit of a company without increasing the selling price? All of you would say yes, it is possible. And if I ask you why, how, you would say by reducing the cost. और अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं, is it possible to increase the profit of a company without increasing the selling price and without reducing the cost also? And I'm sure that will put you in a quandary. Is it really possible? And friends, it is really possible to increase the profit of a business without increasing selling price. I'm not saying that we should not increase the selling price. As and when it is necessary, as and when it is required, as and when the situation demands, we must increase the selling price. But at the same time, we must also be aware of this tool, operating leverage, as to how it is possible to increase your profit and profitability without increasing the selling price and without touching the cost as well. And this is what we will understand as part of the cost and costing. Financial leverage की बात करेंगे, and we will understand how a business can improve its earning per share without really improving the operating profit. So all this is the plan that we have, friends, for next 4 days. And friends, I would only like to tell you at this point in time, I have an agenda, we have an agenda, no doubt about it. But this agenda is completely flexible. So when I say completely flexible, that means all your questions, all your doubts, all your queries, let them keep on flowing continuously. And remember, whenever you will be asking a question, you will not only be helping yourself, but with your questions, you will be helping everyone who is attending this session. So that is what you should do. Let your questions keep on flowing. Now, I have already shared with all of you a workbook. I'm sure all of you would have gone through that workbook. If you have not gone through that workbook already, my request to you is today, after the session, please go through that workbook. I have another request. If it is possible for you, I know that we are working from work from home, most of us. But in case if it is possible for you, please do take a hard copy of this workbook and keep it with you during the all these sessions that we are going to conduct together. So अब ये वर्कबुक में एक जब आप इसको खोलेंगे तो ये जो स्क्रीन आप देख रहे हैं, दिस पेज इज गिवन इन योर वर्कबुक, माई डाउट्स अबाउट फाइनेंस एंड एक्सपेक्टेशंस फ्रॉम दिस प्रोग्राम. माई रिक्वेस्ट टू यू इज आज शाम को इस पेज को खोलें, और जब से आपने इंडस्ट्री में काम करना शुरू किया तब से लेके जो भी फाइनेंस से रिलेटेड आपके मन में डाउट्स आए होंगे, उनको याद करके एक कागज पे लिख लें, इस शीट पे लिख लें. बिकॉज मैं चाहूँगा कि हम जब 4 दिन का ये प्रोग्राम खत्म करें, उसके बाद में जो भी डाउट्स क्वेश्चंस आपने यहाँ पे लिखे होंगे, उन सब का आपको आंसर मिल जाना चाहिए. सो दैट इज व्हाट यू शुड डू टुडे. Please do spend some time, write down all your doubts, queries, whatever they may be relating to finance, relating to the business finance, and that is what you should do. Then, friends, this is a 4-day program, and I am sure this will happen. So, we will be discussing many things. और ये देखो, ह्यूमन माइंड इस तरह से काम करता है. जब हम कुछ बात सुनते हैं तो बात सुनते सुनते जो हम सुन रहे हैं वो तो सुन ही रहे हैं, उसके अलावा हमारा दिमाग उसको प्रोसेस कर रहा है, और सडनली हमारे दिमाग में उसके बेसिस पर काफ़ी सारे नए आइडियाज़ आते हैं. अरे, इसके बेसिस पर मैं मेरी कंपनी में ये कर सकता हूँ, इसके बेसिस पर मेरे ऑपरेशन में मैं ये कर सकता हूँ. सो वेन एवर यू गेट एनी सच आइडिया बेस्ड ऑन द डिस्कशंस दैट वी आर हैविंग, प्लीज राइट डाउन दैट आइडिया on this page of your workbook. And why I am requesting all of you to please write down that idea on this page, because ये बड़ी फनी थिंग है. हमारे दिमाग में बहुत सारे आइडियाज़ आते हैं, हम सबका एक्सपीरियंस है. आइडिया आता है, अगर हमने उस आइडिया की पूंछ को पकड़ लिया मतलब आपने अगर इस शीट में कुछ लिख लिया उस आइडिया के बारे में, तो वो आइडिया आपके दिमाग से कभी बाहर जाएगा नहीं. लेकिन अगर आपने उसकी पूंछ को नहीं पकड़ा, आपने उस आइडिया को यहाँ पर इस पेज पर नहीं लिखा, तो क्या होगा? तो फिर वो आइडिया वो निकल जाएगा आपके दिमाग से. फिर आप उसको बुलाना भी चाहोगे तो बहुत कोशिश करोगे तो शायद वो ना आए. आ जाएगा, पर कब आएगा पता नहीं, लेकिन तुरंत आएगा कोई गारंटी नहीं है. सो माई रिक्वेस्ट टू यू इज यू हैव दिस पेज. वेन एवर यू गेट एन आइडिया, वेन एवर यू गेट समथिंग इंटरेस्टिंग, वेन एवर यू गेट समथिंग विच यू कैन अप्लाई इन योर डे टू डे वर्किंग, please write it down on this page of your workbook. Let this page be your action plan from this training program. उसके बाद फ्रेंड्स मैंने आपको ये जो आप जो स्क्रीन पर देख रहे हैं स्लाइड, दिस स्लाइड इज ऑल्सो गिवन एज इन योर वर्कबुक, और इसमें आप देखेंगे कि सब जो भी टर्म्स हम यूज़ करेंगे ये सेशन में उस सब के शॉर्ट फॉर्म दिए हुए हैं. तो मैं चाहूँगा कि कल जब आप आएँ ये प्रोग्राम के लिए, आप इसको पूरा पढ़ के आइए, इसको एक दो बार इस पर नज़र घुमा के आइए. और घुमा के क्यों आइए? क्योंकि वो जो एक बार आप इसको पढ़ लेंगे तो ये सारे टर्म्स आपके दिमाग में बैठ जाएंगे. तो जब हम चर्चा करेंगे, डिस्कस करेंगे, ऑफ कोर्स वेन एवर आई एम गोइंग टू यूज ऑल दीज टर्म्स, आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन ऑल दीज टर्म्स इन अ वेरी सिस्टमैटिक मैनर सो दैट दे बिकम पार्ट ऑफ योर मेमोरी. लेकिन आप अगर तैयारी करके आएंगे तो आपको और भी उसका ज़्यादा फायदा होगा. और हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, करते करते आपको कोई अगर कोई टर्म ध्यान में नहीं आ रही है, यू कैन ऑलवेज ओपन योर वर्कबुक एंड कम टू दिस पेज एंड यू कैन चेक, अरे हाँ, ईबीटी की फुल फॉर्म क्या है? ईबीटी की फुल फॉर्म है अर्निंग बिफोर टैक्स, एंड दैट इज व्हाट यू कैन डू फ्रॉम दिस.